today we would look at a painting. They call this kind of painting a seascape. It's a painting of the sky and the sea, and then some seagrasses that grow in front of the sea. So we're going to learn some art words today, and we're going to do this painting in our own kind of way. So let me show you the steps. There's lots of steps, and there's lots of pausing in between the steps, but with your parents' help, you'll be able to do it. Step one is you want to take your paper. You'll need a ruler, you'll need a pencil, and you're going to draw 3 lines. One line halfway across the middle, and the other line about halfway across that, which would be a quarter of the paper. These are horizontal lines. This is going to be where you know where to put the paint. Step 2, we're going to come over here, and you'll need some light blue paint. Watercolor would be beautiful if you have watercolor paint. Put a lot of water in it to make it a very light color blue. You want to paint the whole paper. See how it's all one color blue. This will be your background. Okay, we're going to start with the background. After you paint it, you want to let it dry. Let your whole paper dry. After your paper is dried, and that might take a little bit of time, you can play. You're going to do some more painting. You're going to use another kind of watercolor, a little deeper blue, or you can use the same color, just don't add as much water so it's darker. You want to go to the top line that you drew and paint everything underneath that line. This is the horizontal line, this is the sky, this will be the ocean. So you want to paint it, the dark blue, right on top of the blue you already painted. And that will be your middle ground, the ocean. Then you're going to let that dry, and you can go play while it dries. When it's all dry, we're going to come here to step 4. This is when we do the plants. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, I used a Sharpie, but if you have a pencil or something with a sharp point, you're going to make a lot of lines because these will be the stems for your water plants. And you want to make them vertical lines. They go up and down. The lines you drew with the ruler are horizontal. These lines go the other way. They're vertical. After you have your Sharpie stems on there, we have some more watercolors. I used a light brown, a very dark brown, and a tiny bit of white. And I took my pinky, and I used my pinky, and I put it in the paint, and I made the little flowers on the stems. Can you see the dark blue paint that I used? Then I used the lighter brown, and I put a couple of light brown. Then when I was all finished doing that, I took my white paint, and I used a bit of a Q-tip. And I put Q-tip in the white paint, and I put tiny little dots towards the top. That was the top of the flower. And then I let it dry. I had to wait again, so I went and I played again. And when I was finished, when it was dry, I came back for step 5. I drew some seagulls up at the top. And I used a Sharpie again, and I just drew quick little lines for seagulls because you know seagulls like to fly above the ocean too. And then step 6 is when you can frame it. So I found a piece of dark paper, and I'll frame it for you right now. I have my glue stick. I put a little glue in the corners. Press it down. So here you have the background, the middle ground, and the foreground. And you have horizontal lines that you drew, and you have vertical lines that you drew. And now you have a nice seascape that you made using your watercolors and your Sharpie marker. So I hope you enjoy this project. Have fun, and make sure you send us a picture when you do it so we can see how nicely yours turned out. Bye-bye.